Would you mind sharing your decorations you guys had? So this is for my fantasy themed wedding. Let me see what pictures I can pull out for you. Our decorations weren't crazy. We handmade a lot of things. So we had a maypole. That was something we handmade. We bought stuff. We bought wood and then ribbon, and we handmade a wreath as well, a blank wreath, and we just hot glued flowers to it. Can't see it super well here. We also handmade a twine arch type thing. We made our own frame, and then we tied branches and vines from our own backyard, and then we bought fake flowers and vines from Amazon. There's nothing special if you just look up flowers on Amazon or Michael's. They have some good options as well. We also built our own patio cover and painted it ourselves, and then we just bought fabric from Amazon and just laced it through. And then those little flags hanging down the front, that's from Amazon. We used a patio chair that we already had as our throne and just decorated it with cloth and flowers. Again, just Amazon, nothing super creative. For the aisleway, we used fake flower petals and then lots of ribbons for chairs. I would not recommend doing the ribbons on the chairs. It was a Pinterest idea I saw. We attached Velcro tape sticky things so that we could easily attach the ribbons. It still took forever. We had about 60 chairs. So, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. But then we have these little hooks that stake into the ground, and then these mason jars, and then we assembled our own fake flower bouquets, stuck them in there, and had some fairy lights in there, which looked really cool at night. The main decor I cared about was our guild tents. So our wedding had guilds, and we built the tents for it. Obviously, you could see we didn't do a good job because we're not really builders or carpenters, so we don't really know what we're doing. But we did the best we could, and each guild had its own little decor. We had a color theme, so we just bought tablecloths off of Amazon, or there might have been a wedding event, like a local place we bought it from. I don't remember. And then you can see on the fence, we just had some cheap vines from Amazon that we hung there. They weren't as thick as we were wanting, but they still served the purpose that we needed, which is to make the backdrop of photos not look so plain and sad. Another handcraft thing we did, our backyard has a pine tree, and so it drops pine cones all the time. So we just collected all of those and then spray painted them the wedding colors. And then we spread them throughout the entire yard. I kind of regretted spreading them throughout the entire yard. We were constantly tripping over them or stepping on them. I would put them in specific places. Another aspect is that we had a fairy garden. I don't have any good pictures of that, so I can't really show you, but it was really, really cute. It was like Alice in Wonderland, so there's like gold frames and little tiny fairy models that we got from Michael. But mainly just lights that are solar powered. Get a lot of lights if you're doing it outdoors in a warm time. Especially if it's going to go into the evening, it becomes so magical in the evening. Sorry I can't